We go to Jefferson for this North 1 Group 3 first round clash. An 11-seeded Passaic Valley takes a 1-0 lead on this RBI single that drops into right field by Lindsey Romagino, and the Hornets have an early lead over the 6-seeded Falcons. And it stays 1-0 Jefferson as third baseman Brooke Goldsberry shows why it's called the hot corner. She knocks down the smash by Michaela Melendez before recovering and making this perfect throw to first base to end the top of the first. All right, bottom of the first, and watch talented Jefferson freshman Katie Lisa hustle right out of the box with this one-out double to center field for the Falcons as they look to knock the game up. And they do as Brooke Goldsberry delivers this hard two-out RBI single to left field to chase home the speedy Lisa, and this game is squared up at 1. Okay, bottom of the second we go, and after Amanda Gerritsen ground out made it 2-1 Jefferson, Katie Lisa comes through again for the Falcons. This time it's a run-scoring single down the left field line, and Jefferson leads 3-1 as Jade Blanchard scores. Let's head to the top of the third, and this Passaic Valley squad sure can hit. Watch Jamie DeGroat rip this two-run double down the left field line as she chases home 2 runs, and this game is tied again, 3-3. Passaic Valley then took a 4-3 lead on a wild pitch, but Jefferson, like it did all game, has an answer. This time, it's Jade Blanchard who comes up big with this 2-out RBI single to center to play Kelly Noonan, who had walked, and it's now 4-4. And the Falcons snap the tie here on this perfect slap RBI infield single by Jenna Bessemer as Sandra Federaco scores, and Jefferson retakes the lead 5-4 in this seesaw battle. Okay, this game had it all. Extra base hits and small ball. Watch this bump by Jessica Riley die in the dirt as Gianna Savatieri races home after reaching on a triple, and the Hornets come right back and knock the score at 5 after 4 innings of play. We move to the bottom of the fifth, and this is why coaches always tell their players to call for the ball. Watch Anna Carlson's pop-up land just fair near the right field line, and Jefferson has something going. The Falcons eventually load the bases for Amanda Gerritsen, and the right fielder comes through on an 0-2 pitch as she delivers this 2-run single to center to chase home Carlson and Jade Blanchard, who had doubled, and Jefferson goes up by 2, 7-5. Jefferson wasn't through yet as Falcons pitcher Sam Abramovich, on a day where hitting was the story, does it with her bat as she blasts this triple to left as Gianna Savatieri makes a gallant try with this dive, but to no avail, and Jefferson takes a 4-run lead 9-5 with 2 outs as Jenna Bessemer and Gerritsen come around to score for the Falcons. Abramovich is lifted for a courtesy runner, and Lauren Razagnola fills the role perfectly as she scores on this wild pitch, and the Falcons explode for 5 runs and take a 10-5 lead. Abramovich settled down for the next 2 innings, but Passaic Valley won't go down without a fight. Watch Michaela Melendez make it 10-7 with this bases-loaded single, and the Hornets have the tying run on base. But Jefferson's defense, especially Brooke Goldsberry at third, was tremendous. Watch the senior start a game-ending double play with this strong throw, and the Falcons escape with a wild 10-7 win over the Hornets to advance to the section quarterfinals against number 3 Paramus.
From the beginning, it was back and forth, and I don't think either us or Passaic Valley were used to having such a high-scoring game. So it was like the adrenaline was up the whole entire game. We just kept battling back, and in the end, that we came through, and we proved who we are, and we're the Falcons.
We never really make it to states, and to win the first game, it's huge. We knew this team was good hitters, and we just crushed the ball today.
It felt pretty good, like first state win, hopefully we go all the way. And everyone was really psyched up. Everyone was nervous, though, but intensity came and got those hits, and Sam did an incredible job.
Being it's the first round of the states, the win is obviously important, otherwise we'd be out of the states. They played tremendous. They hit the ball extremely well against Sam, who I thought pitched extremely well. It was going back and forth, so you never knew what was going to happen. They couldn't shut us down. We couldn't shut them down. So it was a teeter-totter either way. It was a great game defensively for both teams, and offensively for both teams. So it was exciting.
Today was definitely not a pitcher's duel, but Jefferson pitcher Sam Abramovich's defense really came through for her.
Defense was key. Defense wins games because all those balls that were hitting those outfield that Jenna and them hunted down, those could have been triples and those could have been 2 runs, 3 runs. So you know what? It all could have amounted to something, but it didn't because of our defense today.
I just had to stay tough, and I knew they'd back me up, but the hits that they had were in the gap, and everything that got hit to them, they knew what to do.
Although Passaic Valley can really hit the ball, Abramovich helped their own cause with a huge triple in the 5th inning.
I was just waiting for my pitch, and then it was a screwball, and I just took it down the line.
Sam has always been pretty much one of our, I would say, clutch hitters in situations. So, unfortunately, we kind of had that expectation of her all year long.
In that 5th inning, Jefferson scratched across 5 runs. Also a big hit, a 0-2 pitch. Amanda Gerritsen drove in 2.
My first 3 at-bats, I grounded out. I was getting really upset. And finally, I got up 0-2, saw it come right down the middle, just had to smash it, and turned out well.
Amanda's been struggling, so I hope that this turns her bat around. She's been key in many situations. It's come a little short, so we've been moving around the lineup from first to second to seventh to eighth to ninth, and I put her in first. It was a gut feeling, and it paid off today.
This Jefferson team showed a lot of character today with such a seesaw battle, but the Falcons came through.
Our shoulders started to drop, but I just talked to the girls. I was like, girls, we got to keep our heads up because we're better than this, and I know that we can beat them because any team can be beaten on any given day.
It's a huge team effort. I mean, we all work very well together. We're coming together finally at the end of the season, and it's just great to see it.
The Falcons started the week on a good note by gaining a share of the Freedom Division with Lenape Valley.
It's big. Like, we knew that Lenape and Newton were all so tough this year, and winning, I don't know, it just feels really great.
That was a big win because there was a big triangle between us, Newton, and Lenape because we beat Lenape twice, Newton beat us twice, and Lenape beat Newton twice. So it all mattered on that game. And we are sharing the title, and it's awesome.
It felt great, but it would have been nice to win the whole thing, but it feels good with such a young team, great expectations for following years.